How far would you go for views? For subscribers? For that one viral moment that could change your life forever? Hey everyone, welcome back to another bone-chilling story. Today, I want to tell you about Emma Rodriguez, a struggling YouTuber who discovered that some content comes with a price you never want to pay. This is a story about obsession, desperation, and the dark corners of the internet where things should stay buried. So grab your headphones, turn down the lights, and let me take you into Emma's world. Emma had been making YouTube videos for 3 years. 3 long years of editing until 3 a.m., crafting thumbnails, writing descriptions, and begging people to hit that subscribe button. Her channel, Emma's Midnight Tales, had exactly 247 subscribers. 247 people. After 3 years. She watched as kids half her age exploded to millions of subscribers overnight. Dancing, pranks, reaction videos, everything she told herself was beneath her artistic vision. But as her savings dwindled and her part-time job at the coffee shop barely covered rent, Emma's artistic vision started looking a lot like stubborn pride. Maybe I should just quit, she told her reflection in her laptop screen one Tuesday night. The video she just uploaded, a carefully crafted horror story about a haunted mirror, had gotten 12 views. 12. That's when she saw it. A message in her inbox from an account called _collector_99. I have something that will make you famous. Something real. Something that will give you everything you've ever wanted. Are you interested? Emma's first instinct was to delete it. Another spam message from someone selling fake views or bot subscribers. But something made her pause. Maybe it was the desperation, or maybe it was the way the message felt, different. More personal. She clicked reply. What kind of something? The response came immediately, as if the _collector_99 had been waiting. Meet me at Riverside Park tomorrow at midnight. Come alone. Bring your camera. Emma almost didn't go. She spent the entire next day convincing herself it was stupid, dangerous, probably illegal. But as midnight approached, she found herself walking through the empty park, camera bag slung over her shoulder. The park was different at night. Shadows moved strangely under the streetlights, and every sound seemed amplified in the darkness. Emma checked her phone, 11:58 p.m. You came. Emma spun around. A figure emerged from behind a large oak tree. It was hard to make out details in the dim light, but she could see it was a man, maybe in his 40s, wearing a long coat that seemed to absorb the light around it. Are you the _collector_99? I am. His voice was soft, almost hypnotic. And you're Emma Rodriguez. 247 subscribers. 3 years of trying. 3 years of failure. Emma bristled. I wouldn't call it failure. Wouldn't you? The man stepped closer, and Emma caught a glimpse of his face. Pale, almost gaunt, with eyes that seemed much older than the rest of him. Tell me, Emma, what would you do for 1 million subscribers? 1 million? Emma laughed nervously. That's impossible. I can barely break 100 views. Nothing is impossible. Not if you're willing to pay the price. The man reached into his coat and pulled out a small, black USB drive. It seemed to absorb light just like his coat, creating a void in the darkness. On this drive is a video. Upload it to your channel, and I guarantee you will have more views than you ever dreamed of. More subscribers than you can count. Fame, fortune, everything you've ever wanted. Emma stared at the drive. What's on it? Does it matter? Of course it matters. I'm not going to upload some random video to my channel. What if it's illegal? What if it gets me banned? The man smiled, and Emma noticed his teeth seemed too sharp in the streetlight. It won't get you banned. Quite the opposite. But I should warn you, once you upload it, there's no going back. The video becomes part of you. And you become part of it. What does that mean? It means you'll have everything you've ever wanted. But you'll understand the true cost only after it's too late. Emma reached for the drive, then hesitated. Why me? Why are you giving this to me? Because you're desperate enough to take it. And because the video chooses its own host. Before Emma could ask another question, the man was gone. She looked around frantically, but the park was empty except for her and the USB drive in her palm. Emma spent 2 days staring at the USB drive. She plugged it into her computer a dozen times, but never opened it. Something about it felt wrong, like it was watching her even when her computer was off. On Thursday night, after her latest video got only 8 views, she couldn't take it anymore. She plugged in the drive. There was only one file, final_upload.mp4, 3 hours and 33 minutes long. Emma double-clicked it. The video started with a black screen. Then, slowly, an image faded in. It was a room, a normal-looking bedroom with cream-colored walls and a window overlooking a street. Nothing unusual, nothing scary. But as Emma watched, she realized something was terribly wrong. The camera never moved, but she could sense something just outside the frame. Something watching. Waiting. The video continued for minutes without anything happening. Just the static shot of the empty room. Then, at exactly the 10-minute mark, a shadow moved across the wall. Not the shadow of anything in the room, it moved independently, like it was alive. Emma felt her heart rate increase. This was good. Really good. The kind of subtle, psychological horror that actually scared people, not cheap jump scares. As the video progressed, more shadows appeared. They moved along the walls, across the ceiling, sometimes seeming to reach toward the camera. And then, about an hour in, Emma saw something that made her blood run cold. For just a moment, maybe half a second, she saw her own face reflected in the bedroom window. That was impossible. The video was clearly filmed somewhere else, maybe years ago. But there she was, sitting at her computer, watching. Emma paused the video and rewound it, but the reflection was gone. She must have imagined it. She uploaded the video at 2:47 a.m., titling it, "The Room, Real Paranormal Activity, Not Clickbait." Then she went to bed. Emma woke up to 47 missed calls and 312 text messages. Her phone was buzzing so constantly she could barely check her notifications. When she finally opened YouTube, she couldn't believe what she saw. 2.3 million views. In 8 hours. The comments were pouring in faster than she could read them. Holy shit, this is terrifying. How is this not fake? This can't be real. I can't stop watching, but I'm so scared. Something is wrong with this video. I feel like it's watching me. Emma's subscriber count was climbing so fast the number seemed to blur. 45,000. 67,000, 89,000. Her phone rang. An unknown number. Emma Rodriguez? This is Jake Morrison from Viral Talent Management. We need to talk. Now. Within 3 hours, Emma was sitting in a downtown office, signing contracts she barely understood. Jake, a sharp-dressed man with predatory eyes, was talking about brand deals, sponsorships, and merchandise. This video is a phenomenon, he said, sliding papers across his desk. We're talking millions of dollars in potential revenue. But we need to move fast. Can you make more content like this? Emma thought about the USB drive, now sitting empty on her desk at home. I'm not sure. Well, figure it out. You've got lightning in a bottle here. Don't let it slip away. Over the next week, Emma's life transformed completely. The video hit 15 million views. Her subscriber count reached 800,000. Brand deals flooded in. She quit her job at the coffee shop. Everything she'd ever wanted was happening. But something else was happening too. Emma started seeing the shadows from the video in her own apartment. At first, she convinced herself it was just her imagination, heightened by stress and lack of sleep. But the shadows were getting bolder, more defined. They moved across her walls at night, reached for her when she was trying to edit, and sometimes, just sometimes, she could swear she heard whispers coming from her computer speakers even when it was turned off. The comments on her video were getting stranger too. "I can't stop watching. I've watched it 47 times. Help me. The shadows are in my house now. Why can't I click away? What did you do to us?" Emma tried to contact the _collector_99, but his account had vanished. She tried to delete the video, but every time she clicked delete, her computer would freeze, and she'd hear that whispering again. On the 10th day after the upload, Emma woke up to find a message written on her bathroom mirror in what looked like condensation. "You wanted fame. Now you're part of the collection." Emma's research into the _collector_99 led her down a rabbit hole of deleted forum posts and archived web pages. She found references to other YouTubers, other desperate content creators who had been contacted by the mysterious figure. All of them had uploaded similar videos. All of them had gained massive followings overnight. And all of them had disappeared within a month of their upload. The last post she found was from a creator called @MidnightMike_official, dated 2 years ago. If anyone finds this, don't trust the _collector_99. The video isn't just content, it's a trap. The shadows aren't special effects. They're real, and they're hungry. Every view feeds them. Every subscriber makes them stronger. And once you upload it, you become their gateway into our world. I can feel them getting closer. I can see them in every reflection, every shadow. If you're reading this, it means they got me. Don't make the same mistake. Don't. The post ended abruptly. Emma's video had now reached 28 million views. Emma tried everything. She contacted YouTube support, but they insisted there was nothing wrong with her account. She tried to upload a video warning people about the _collector_99, but it kept getting corrupted during upload. The shadows in her apartment were no longer hiding. They moved openly across her walls, and she could see shapes within them, faces, hands, entire figures reaching out from the darkness. Her subscriber count hit 1 million, and that night, Emma heard a knock at her door. She looked through the peephole and saw nothing. But when she opened the door, the _collector_99 was standing in her hallway. "Congratulations," he said, stepping into her apartment without invitation. "You've exceeded all expectations. What do you want from me?" Emma backed away from him. "Nothing more. You've served your purpose. The video has reached enough people. The shadows have enough strength now. What are they? Hungry things from a place where light doesn't exist. They need our world, our energy, our views. Each person who watches the video creates a small tear between their world and ours. Enough tears, and they can cross over completely." The shadows on Emma's walls began to move more rapidly, swirling like a dark tornado. "And what happens to me?" The _collector_99 smiled his too sharp smile. "You become part of the collection. Like Midnight Mike. Like Sarah_creates. Like all the others who helped us gather an audience. I won't let you. You already have. Look at your reflection." Emma turned toward her television screen. In the black mirror of the turned-off TV, she could see herself, but she was translucent, fading. "Every view takes a piece of you," the _collector_99 explained. "Every subscriber pulls you deeper into their world. You wanted to be famous, Emma. Now you'll be famous forever. Part of every shadow, every video, every dark corner of the internet." Emma felt herself becoming lighter, less solid. The room around her was fading, replaced by an endless dark space filled with other creators, all of them transparent, all of them reaching toward a light they could never touch. Don't worry, the _collector_99 said as Emma dissolved completely. Your channel will live on. In fact, it's about to get very interesting. The Shadows have big plans for your million subscribers. Emma's YouTube channel, Emma's Midnight Tales, continues to upload new content every week. The videos are more popular than ever, featuring increasingly disturbing footage that viewers can't seem to stop watching. Her subscriber count is now at 3.2 million and climbing. In the comments section, people write about seeing shadows in their homes, about being unable to stop watching, about strange reflections in their screens. But no one stops watching. And somewhere in the dark space between worlds, Emma and the others continue to create content, feeding their audience to the hungry shadows, one view at a time. The _collector_99 has already made contact with 3 new creators this month. Desperate creators with small followings and big dreams. The collection keeps growing. And that's the story of Emma Rodriguez and her last upload. A cautionary tale about the price of fame and the dark bargains we might make when we're desperate enough. But here's the thing that keeps me up at night: how do we know this story isn't real? How do we know that some of the viral videos we watch, the channels that explode overnight, aren't part of something darker? Next time you see a channel gain millions of subscribers seemingly out of nowhere, ask yourself, what did they upload to get so popular so fast? What did you think of today's story? Have you ever encountered content that seemed too unsettling to be fake? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe if you want more stories that blur the line between fiction and reality. Until next time, be careful what you watch. And be even more careful what you upload. Sweet dreams.